Guys, we got a fresh clean tank of gas in here. We got 4 ounces per gallon in there. That's 32 to 1. That's what these old girls run on. Go ahead and turn your fuel on. Make sure that you watch the bubbling. That's air displacing the fuel, and it should stop before anything starts spewing out, which it did. If we had gas coming out of any of these vents dripping anywhere, then we know the float's stuck, which don't worry, that's common for these things when they sit around. But I went through and cleaned it up real good. So you see how all that air and fluid was displacing, and then stopped. So the float bowl has stopped the flow of the fuel. And once we ride a little bit and jiggle it around, that air will come out of that part of the tube. So the carburetor is full. You guys want to hear this thing run? What do you think? Ring, ding, 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 ding. Before you start any race engine on any race day, you always want to make sure you have all the essentials. Coolant, oil, fuel turned on, so you don't get halfway down the front straightaway and have to pull over and lose a race because you didn't turn it on. Been there, done that. So we got a nice clean air filter, we got a good exhaust system, we got coolant, intercooling system, we got oil in the crankcase to lubricate the clutch and the primary gears, we got 2-stroke oil in the gas. I mixed up a gallon. So we got everything we need, guys. Might take a few tests to get it primed and started because she hadn't run in a while, and there's excess assembly lube in the engine and oil in the engine, and that's going to make it richer than snot when we first started. It might not even want to start for a bit, but once we get it running, that'll all burn off. So we're going to pull the choke on. This is one of those old school chokes. It doesn't have the idle adjuster in it. The idle's separate. So you do all choke, no throttle. If it doesn't start, we'll back the idle off and see if we can get it to start. We'll just keep turning the idle down because I programmed a slight amount in when I built the carburetor. I looked up through and could see daylight under the slide. So let's see if we can get this girl kicked. Put the radiator cap back on. Okay, I just turned my air evacuator pipe system on, so because we're indoors here. And I'll always kick these old 2-strokes with a boot, guys. These old nasty things, 250s, 500s. The 125s are no big deal. I've started them by hand even, but they won't hurt your foot through a tennis shoe. But these 250s, 300s, 500s, 490s, boots, guys, please, boots. It's all fun and games and tough guy stuff till you can't walk enough to ride. Okay, let's take some of this idle out. Got the idle up a little too high. It's probably getting too much air. That was a little better. Go a little farther with that and take some air out of the air bleeder. Okay, we should get her running here. Look at the coolant system, see if it's got any flow, make sure the water pump's pumping. Yep, see that? Water pump's pumping, guys. We got water flowing. I don't see any obvious leaks anywhere. I don't see any oil coming out anywhere. Yeah, it definitely responded to having a lot less air on the air bleeder. It liked that a lot better. Okay guys, we just killed it with the kill switch. We just killed it with the kill button. So the kill button's working. We got ground there. We're diverting ground from the magneto system into the frame, which takes spark away. The electrical system's working perfect. You see our air bubbles went away out of the fuel, but there's no bubbles. There's no fuel flowing on the ground. That means the float is sticking. It's not sticking. We're working perfectly. We're flowing fuel when we need to. We're shutting fuel off when we need to. Everything's working good, guys. Oh, I tested the fuel valve too. When I first poured gas in, I made sure no gas came out when it was in the off position. That is very important for storage. You don't want fuel overcoming that valve and bleeding down over time. So yeah, guys, there we go. Everything's ready to rock. The engine's good and warm. I can't hold my hand on it long. I got heat in both the radiators. I don't see any pressure leaks. I don't see anything coming out. So yeah, guys, I'm ready to build the rest of this thing up and go for a ride. Thanks for coming to this Cycle for Life video, guys. We greatly do appreciate it. We're not doing this to make money. This isn't a financial thing. I've got day work, full-time job. But please do like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification button, because it helps us get this information in front of other people. And you never know, maybe a motorcycle will save their life too. So wear your helmets, and no matter how fast you choose to ride, please ride safe. God bless.